Hey everyone, 12 News meteorologist Steven Matrigrano here with a Weather Now update for you, and we are looking at a heat wave on the way for Sunday through Tuesday. Great beach day though for today. Already seeing nice crowds here in Narragansett. Going to be looking at a nice day overall, upper 70s to lower 80s here. Similar story in Newport, as that sea breeze, should kick on in during the afternoon hours, but very nice across the board. Temperatures in the 70s right now, approaching 80 in spots. Will be, for the most part, in the 80s during the afternoon, even down to the shoreline for a brief time, again, before that sea breeze kicks on in. Dew points also pretty reasonable. We're in the 50s for dew points. They'll be rising into the 60s, though, as we go through the day, and especially later tonight and into tomorrow. So that humidity makes a return. New this morning, looking at an extreme heat warning Sunday through Tuesday. Again, looking at potentially a 3-day heat wave on the way across our area with some, temperatures well above 90 for some cases. So radar's quiet, not tracking any kind of wet weather for today. We're staying dry. We could see a couple showers and even a thunderstorm early Sunday morning, but really doesn't look to be a huge deal, all things considered. Muggy meter going forward, you can see the climb in the humidity, those dew points rising, 70s for Sunday and Monday, a dew point of 75 on Monday. That is just very tropical-like. And it does tail off a bit later on next week as some cooler air works back in, but the next few days look to be brutal, for a lack of better words, in terms of the heat. So this afternoon, I mentioned the warm, comfy conditions, dry weather, 80s inland, 70s at the shoreline, but again, even looking at some 80s at the shoreline before that sea breeze kicks in. Here's our setup for that heat wave, looking likely Sunday through Tuesday. High pressure south of New England, basically off the Carolina coastline. You can see the clockwise flow around it, those arrows representing the wind direction, bringing up that humid, hot air from down south and the Caribbean and the tropics, and that just brings it up the eastern seaboard. And we are looking at a land breeze for this week, which means warm temperatures, and you can see those dark shades of red and pinks. Those indicate those 90s to even 100s in some cases, again, for this time frame. Here's the forecasted highs. 4-hour heat wave. Again, looks likely that we'll actually get one officially here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. All you need is 3 consecutive days of 90 degrees or hotter. And since our official records are kept at the airport in Warwick, we think that the airport at Warwick will reach 90 degrees each day. So again, that's why we have that here. But certainly, you want to find ways to stay cool, hydrated, and limit your time outside for the next handful of days or so, because even potentially Wednesday could be a sneaky day where we get close to 90 degrees. So I'm not really looking out of the woods until we go to the end of the week. So plan accordingly, and like I said, find ways to stay cool over the next few days. But enjoy the weekend and have a great rest of your day. Take care.